Welcome to the Debbion Newman Project. I'm your host, Debbion, but you could call me Deb.
Oh yes.
Yes. Let's sit down. You ready? Welcome to the Debbion Newman Project. We're sponsored by the Reggae Hub, and I'm happy to have you here today, Suspense.
No problem. Nice to meet you.
All right, so we know you from the Magnum Kings and Queens competition. We saw how you dominate. We saw how you became a household name because of your talent and how you demanded the attention of everybody else. It's almost like the world was waiting for you to come out and deliver, in which you did after the competition. But then you shocked us all by entering the church. I want to start from there, and then you could tell me how that happened and why it happened.
All right, so it's my story to tell, and basically, as we know, growing up, I grew up in the church, as everyone already knew, and for most of the artists, them grew up in the church. So you know what that's something that's. All right, so basically, I grew up in the church. My mom is a deaconess, and I learned that whenever something bad, that's how I learned it. Whenever something bad happens, the first place you go is on your knee. On your city, or you call out to God, right?
Right.
Some people call out to God only when things are bad, right? I call out to God when things are good and when things are bad. And there's a time in my life, on my journey, in my story, that I reached the peak. Things were happening badly from all angles. All angles. So the only choice I thought I had now was to turn myself over to God. And that's what I did. With no regrets, that's what I did.
Right. Are you in a position to speak about some of the things that you considered at the time to be bad that pushed you back into the church? We're all Jamaicans, and when you're young, your parents is like, you go Sunday school, you have to go church, God first, you know?
Yeah, all right. Basically, while in the competition, I made a promise to God. After the accident, many people know about the accident as well. There was a major accident where my car was written off, and I made it. So I said to God in my prayer, if I make this out, and if I win Magnum Kings and Queen of Dancehall, I'm gonna turn my life over to you. When I won Magnum Kings and Queen of Dancehall, I did not. I'm out prancing, out and about, enjoying myself. You know the thing already out there, enjoying myself, or take on the world right now. Because I know my talent, I know what I have. So I'm ready to show this to the world now. So my car, the other car, met into a major accident.
2 accidents.
Yes. 3 accidents to be. Yeah. But the car accident, at one point, my son, he was 7 at the time, he couldn't walk, just woke up and couldn't walk.
Wow.
Just couldn't walk. That's it. Some things I can't say on air, but there was this issue with my husband's brother. He was shot and he's now blind. Everything. I can't tell you everything. Some of the money I won from Magnum was stolen. A whole bundle of stuff. I can't explain them. I was overwhelmed. I was at the point where it's either I continue this, where I wasn't going to the studio as regularly as I should, because I was out doing shows. For every 15 minutes is 100,000. So I wasn't learning the right way how to go about it. I wasn't doing it commercial wise. I was just going out there performing, not putting out anything on the radio, etc. Just jumping into interviews and on to shows, etc. So I was lost. I was really lost. And from there, I decided, amongst other things, I decided I'm going to now go to church, but not be a Christian. One day, I walked into the church, and when I walked into the church, that was it. There was no plan to say yes, a plan per se. I'd said it earlier to my husband. It was my fiance at the time. I said to him, you know what, we need to go in a church. And he was like, no, girl, don't go in a church. You know me, I say for you. People love you, they want to follow you.
Yes.
Drop some hit tune first. I want to drop them hit tune there. Then I turn over your life together. When you turn over your life together, you can bring a number of people with you. You know? But things kept going bad. It kept getting worse. And one day, I said, we're going to church. We went to church, both of us, and my son. And as I said, there was no plan. Because I actually packed a bag. I didn't even know it was baptism morning. But I packed a bag and I put it in the back of my van. And I remember when I was sitting down, I was writing in the book, I was saying, I'm going through too much. So here what now? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask God to please let my husband be ready. Because I've been calling my husband from before. Let my husband be ready so that I don't have to fornicate when I turn my life over. Because the message was really touching. You know, sometimes we go to church, we're not hearing nothing, sometimes we go to church, I will feel like, say, yeah, time now.
Yes.
It felt like that time for me. So, well, before I could finish writing, I closed the book. And as soon as I closed the book, I saw my husband walking up to the pulpit before me. I was like, thank you, Jesus. And I said, you know what? I'm going right behind him. And I went right up there. We got baptized without even talking about it or anything. And I went live instantly after. And I said to the world, I know I might disappoint a number of you, but I feel so good. And this is me now. I am a Christian. And the journey started.
After that moment, how long were you in the church as a Christian?
For 2 years.
2 years
For 2
consecutively.
full years.
Yeah.
For 2 full years.
All right. You're now out of the church, but tell me what it was like being in the church and what are some of the events that would have caused you to backslide, as we would say in Jamaica. I know I have my own personal experiences with the church that has caused me not to want to even enter the door, go through the door. Several years ago, I had a very, very bad experience, which ended up in the court. And it turns out that a few of the people from my community were on the jury. I did not know that because I'm a homebody. One Sunday I went to church, and when I went to church, a lady who everyone claims to be a prophet and she prophesies over people, and her brother was a part of the jury. I did not know. Like I said, I'm a homebody. School, home, work, home. And she started prophesying and saying that the thing that happened to me already, it is going to happen to me again. And I'm telling you, Suspense, in the church, I broke down. I was so nervous. I was so scared because you have a bad experience. You don't want it to happen twice, right? Anyways, because of my fear, I didn't want to get baptized in that church. Because of my fear, I went and I got baptized, only to find out that she was a prophesizing. This was just information I got back to her because of her brother being a part of the jury and having knowledge to my situation. I stepped away completely. From then, I have not been back to church, and I don't want to go back to church because I believe that some of the times those in the church who knows our business sometimes throw it at you in the wrong way. So having that experience, I'm trying to find out from you if any of those type of situations played a part in you breaking ties.
Well, actually, I had a great time in church. I happened to find myself before I lost myself. So I found myself, and then I was manipulated in the church. I was asked to step back from doing music because I didn't have any place to record. Sorry.
That's fine.
I didn't have any place to record. I couldn't write. So being that I found myself, I lost myself. I'm a person who writes every day. I couldn't write. I was actually going through as they say, you're a part of what you're a part of what you're supposed to go through. I mean, I can't explain things that I'm gonna go through. Hungry days. Days that felt like I'd never eat food again. But God always came through for me. I should say always came through for me, but there was always, you know, when you're going to the church, there's always the people that will say, hey, what's up? In person to turn the nose up at you. I didn't go to church to be accepted by the person in church, but I wanted to feel at home. I felt at home at the beginning, and then I felt lost. I kept going to church, and the message, it wasn't coming through to me.
You felt blocked. You were having a complete block.
A complete block. I felt like, you know what? Is this for me, or did I rush? But then I was spreading the word a lot via Instagram lives, etc. And I saw people following me and persons who I really helped, persons who I prayed for, that I saw a breakthrough. They came back to me and they told me. But then the church did not feel like home anymore. If I'm missing, nobody calls to see why I was missing. When I was going through what I was going through, I was blaming the church. Why are they not even, why don't they even care? You know? And I was like, you know, when I'm in the world, if I go to a stage trying to perform, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna come and say to you, yo, me not tell no you bad never buy somebody. You mash it up. Or when you go to do a show, they say God bless you. It doesn't matter where did you get gas to come all the way to St. Elizabeth to perform for us? It was nothing like that. You don't get paid, etc. And it wasn't about the money, and it's not me blaming the church either or the president of the church, because the church is just a body. Yes. And it's time we realize that our relationship with God is not what we need in the church.
Right.
Right? So I realized that I don't need to go to the church to worship the Lord. So I stepped back. But before I stepped back, for several months, I've been praying not to turn back, but to get stronger. I've been praying, please, Lord, please, I'm begging you, please, let me feel the Holy Spirit. Let me speak in tongues. Let me experience the thing that everybody else is experiencing. I got clearly jealous. I'm not afraid to say that. I wanted to feel the word run through my body, and I feel whole. When I go to church, I feel the same. I want to leave. I want to go home. When I go home, if I hear a dancehall music, I just want to shake my body. So it's not necessarily the church, but it's just that my relationship with God does not need to be in the church. And I learned that because the church is not a church anymore these days.
I had to learn that the hard way too. Your relationship with God has nothing to do with the body of the church. It has everything to do with your being and the Holy Spirit. But speaking of the Holy Spirit, did that ever come? Did you ever got to speak in tongues?
No, I've never gotten to speak. I've never spoken in tongues before. I've never spoken in tongues before, and I've never got in spirit, as they'd say, be filled with the Holy Ghost. No, I've never felt that way. I felt overwhelmed a lot of times by the word or by something that I went through and overcome. Yeah, I felt those stuff, but I never got filled with the Holy Spirit. And that's what I was yearning for.
Is it safe to say that you went before your time? That is why you felt none of that.
It's very safe to say that when the Lord is ready, He'll take you. Whether in the church or let's say death, whatever it is, when He is ready, He'll take you. And He'll take you. And with arms open wide, even if you step out, He'll take you back. I thought that when I went there, it was my time. But in time, they said that you can do it, but they're not in your shoe. I couldn't do it. Let me say it in my words. All right. I thought I was ready, but I was not ready. Why I wasn't ready? Because even though I prayed and believed that I was ready, I was not ready. And for some people who might want to have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's not my thing.
Right.
So I said, Lord, if I'm doing the wrong thing, you let me know, because I'm going to step back now. And before I step back, I spoke to God. Me, if I could flip the camera and show you, I have my prayer pillar before my bed. I have a huge prayer pillar before. I'm a prayer warrior. Whether I'm in the church or not, I pray constantly. I pray 3 a.m. in the morning, almost every morning. When everybody's sleeping, I walk through this house and I pray for everybody. I talk to God. I do nothing without God. But the church, per se, I don't have to go there. I'm a child of God. I might not be a Christian, as they'll call it, but I'm a child of God. And I'll always
Who
be a child of
still
God.
has a relationship with God.
Exactly. So it's quite fine. And at first, I felt a little way about it, you know, not regrets. I'm not using regrets. I felt a little way, like, you know, like confused a bit. And then I remember my mom is a deaconess. She said to me, whatever you do, do it with the Lord in the midst. And that's it. I did nothing without God. Nothing at all. Most things don't work my way.
Right.
I'm pretty fine. And
you look
God
fine.
don't get from me. I feel my prayer going up and I see answers. So
right.
There's pretty much no difference.
Your husband stepped up to the altar before you and you follow right behind him. Your relationship with the church itself, what should I say? You broke away. Did your husband also follow suit?
Broke away before me.
Oh.
And let me say, because I can speak on this, I prayed for my husband. I went to church, fasting, services, you name it. I went to everything just for my husband to come back. I forgot how to pray for myself and my kids because I started to pray only for my husband. But that was his choice. My husband never stopped smoking from when he got baptized. The pastor said, bless his soul. The pastor said, leave him alone. You stop when I'm ready. You know, but he never stopped. He never stopped. And it was like I was forcing him after the first 6 months. It was like it was Sunday morning, come up, we got church, get up. Want me stop? He was like, yeah, forced him to go to church. So when I started to go leave him, it was okay. And when I went with him, he was never happy. And what he always wanted was to be a pastor for his own church, a church that would be outside, not covering, nothing, just all of the bad man, everybody come. Right? That's how we can talk on a level. That was his dream. I don't know if it's still his dream. We don't speak about it much. But yeah, we had our fair share. And I go to church when I'm ready. I church up. Yeah, but I don't stay in one church. I don't wait until something bad happens before I go to church. I go to church and my mom is, as I said, she's a deaconess. So whenever I go by her, you know, I get properly dressed, pumped and proper, and I go to church, you know.
All right. So with that said, right? I see how your face lights up when you talk about my husband. You know, I like that. Your face just get all lit. You're now back doing what you love. You're back in the dancehall, but both you and your husband, you guys work together. Tell me about that work relationship.
All right. So let me say first, I'm a compliance officer. I work for the government, and my husband is a chef.
Okay.
Whenever we're at home, all right. So I'm the busybody one. I'm always out. My husband don't go out. My husband stays at home with the kids. I have 2 boys, Tijan and Zaymar, age 9 and age 2. And Zaymar is my husband's child. And let me just say that the support is superb. The support is phenomenal. My husband supports me 150% out of 100.
So he goes the extra mile with his support.
I get to go. People know if I'm going live, he's my male cheerleader on the other side. If I'm performing, he's my. you stay in front of me. So him can say, like, all right, let's sing a song, him just say, like him just talk the next song that I'm supposed to just jump onto. Because he see it fit. Right? It's fit right there. My husband, he cooks most of the time, if not all the time. I don't want to lie. Most of the time, my husband cooks. My husband is not the type to be on a phone or be out. He loves his marijuana and little time watching movie, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm writing back at a new rhythm to them. Mr. Jason, right now.
Oh wow,
right
that's
now,
my husband's name.
Jason?
Yes.
Okay, you have a good one.
Definitely.
So once I said Jason, I'm ready, he's ready. My husband is known on my lives as the flow king. His flows are sick. If I even write the lyrics, he find the flow instantly. He's a freestyle king as well. So what I do, and he knows how to play with his words. So I'd be biased if I said that I wrote all my songs by myself, because I don't. Him and my sister, we're a team. My sister's not living in Jamaica. But once we're writing something, she's on the phone. He's right here, I'm here. I have a big Mackie box that I use to play the music, and the yard is okay with that. Everybody's neighbors are okay with that because they know, you know. So he pushes me 110%. It's like, no, I'm doing my interview. My baby is a handful, and he just wants to say, okay, baby, once you're ready to go on, I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna go into their room.
No, Suspense. This sound like my life.
Yes.
This sound like my life right
so
here.
Once I'm ready, the support is real. All right, let me tell you. My husband don't like the studio, but he helped me to get the material ready for the studio. This week, because we're speaking of husband and support, this week, he actually came to the studio with me. I had a very challenging song. I have a very challenging song. This song I'm working on. This is my project, but I'm working on it with Eska the Shaka.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they're my dream team. They find the sounds and everything. So my husband came, and when he went there, Eska said, "You care husband like say, you feel like say. I'm gonna protect you. Oh, we want protection. Can we? Oh, you go and bad over the song." Because normally when I go to the studio, one go, song out, song ready. But this song is the song of meaning. It's a song about listening to the children. The parents are not doing. They're rushing the kids. They're not giving them the love, so they go out on the road to find that love. Right. It's a very touching song. It's a world song, but I thought that what I went through could have been okay, and it was my first time ever. And my husband called me the night before. The first night, he said, "Listen to me. May I go out with the them? No, I'm an idiot. Get your man in that position. You need to get the song. You need to feel the emotion." And I didn't find it. I came home crying. And the following day, he came to the studio with me. And the song is laid down properly. I have more time to go to the studio to fix it and get the right things, you know? See if I can go to iron and stuff. But he was there. And he's always there. He supports me 110%. I get to lay it down. I'm treated like a queen. Not saying I would have our ups and downs, but I'm treated like a queen.
Yes.
A queen.
That is what I'm saying to you. I'm saying, like, you're speaking and it sounds like my life. My husband's name is Jason. He's my partner in everything that I do. Like, even this set, he created this set. You know,
I love it as well.
Yeah, I said to him a few months ago, I said, you know, I haven't been feeling like myself for a while, but I'm feeling it now, and this is what I want to do. He said, come, let's do it, because I have a 3-month-old baby. And anytime I'm going on air, he's the one, he locks down everything and he holds on to the baby so I can do my work. That's how we work. When you say your husband is the one that cooks, my husband cooks. I had a very stressful pregnancy and Suspense. I didn't have to lift a pin. When it comes, my husband even writes music. That is the only time he asks me for. He doesn't go drink and party with people. That's the only time he asks me for. He said, I'm going to shut down. I'm going to bring my headphones in the bathroom. I'm going to shut down because I have a song to write. You know? and that's the only time he zones out. Other than that, that man is all for his wife, his kids, his family. Full stop right there. So I appreciate when I'm speaking to another woman and they can speak about their other half the way you're speaking about him, and then your face just lights up like my husband. Because not every woman have that.
That man was sent to me by God, you know? In the beginning, people were saying that he was with me for my money. People were saying he looked like a girl. People were saying so much stuff. And, you know, he no want nobody look at him handsome, pretty puss eye boy. I no want nobody. But my husband, I don't even have a woman problem with my husband. I have nothing. I mean, we just good. He's basically, my husband is basically the male version of me. I always try to record him because I think we can make a good series, you know, but you know, like the camera.
Yeah.
He's shy when the camera is on. But besides that, if I had an in camera, I could make millions of that man. He's a comedian. He's a whole bundle of joy. Honestly, I don't know. You know, we've been through a lot. Times where I felt like you know, I don't want the money in my house, want to just go and want to cut it off. But I know that I'm lying to myself because if I ever lost that man, I don't know what I'll ever do. But I'll ever do. I love that man unconditionally.
Because I believe that we're in a blessed position where we can have husbands who treat us like this, because we know how men are. The majority of the men, they prefer to mistreat you. They prefer to go outside. They prefer to have the side chicks. But when you find a man that is going to treat you like a queen and lift you up no matter what, sometimes you're going to feel like chuck. But in all honesty, we don't want to lose them because there's nothing better.
No, you know, for the past year and almost a month, my husband lost his job. And that's when I know I love that man. Because normally I'm the person that has men out there making sure I'm okay. But I now know that I'm short of nothing with this man in the house. He does everything while he keeps children as well, you know, with COVID and everything, you know, we can't go outside. And I get to do everything while he makes sure everything at home is okay. I let you switch for a year, and I know that man is basically, I know it was a test, and I believe we'll pass that test. I believe we'll pass that test. And I believe in him because, you know, I remember when I was pregnant and he had to leave his job because of something that happened with a church sister that he used to work for. Not getting paid properly, the whole works. And he was all non-job because of me, but I said to him, you know what? It's time to leave the job. It don't matter how we eat when I was pregnant though, you know. I was just saying that, you know what he said to me? That man said to me, he's gonna look at job. His uncles and some cousins of his, they work on the garbage truck. And he was gonna go and get a job on the garbage truck. And I said, you don't have to. And he said, yes, he has to, because at that time the baby was inside my tummy and I had my 8-year-old at the time. And he said, yeah, we have to eat. And I said, you know what? I used to tell myself I made the right choice, but no. I said, God made the right choice for me. I have no regrets. You know, being young, I'm 29 years old. Some people will say, you have regrets to get. No. I have no regrets. I'm very miserable. So don't get me wrong, you know. I'm miserable. I'm going to have some things sometime, you know, I wonder why I'm still. I'm so miserable. I don't know why I'm still. I don't know why I'm still. Honestly, I'm still for truth, you know? Oh, God.
He stays because he's in love.
God really put him right as so. Because with a woman like me, you have to stand to stay.
So it has to be real love.
I don't, and I will never question if this is love.
Yeah.
I'll never question if this is love. This is love. This is love.
Make a move on to the music before I start crying. Because we love cry bad. Tell me about your music. Tell me what you're working on now and what you're putting out.
All right, so I have my own label, and I'm also working with a number of producers and engineers because we have to use
Hold on. Before you say anything, I was talking to Esco, I think maybe 2 weeks ago. And I said, Esco, I want some ladies to talk to, and him say, Suspense. You can give Suspense number. I say, Suspense, I have Suspense number. I gotta call her and set it up. You are the first person he mentioned. And look at this.
Big up yourself, Esco.
Yeah, so tell me about your material.
Yeah. So basically, my sister is an unknown. She's an unknown, but gives the full support where music is concerned. If I write something today, or if we write something today, and I get the flow today, she pays for recording today. And we get everything done. I do my part, she does her part. But the team, 100%. I've been going around recording more than one place ago. When I found Esco, I found magic. I call Esco the magic maker. The word genius, he just know which sound to get. He found some sound in me where me never know I could ever even find. My sister say, shut up. He's just taking it out of your comfort zone, But I'm working on a lot now. All right, let me say. I released a song last Friday called Ep.4. It means making someone insignificant. And it also means, wordplay, it also means picturing somebody else while having sex with this said person.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So I released that. I also won a competition last month. I have a song called Most Wanted and a video for that one as well. It's all
Most Wanted is the one where you're dressed like a man.
Like a man.
You're all made up like a man. Tell me about that before you go any further.
All right. So there was this competition on J-Star Music Live. He had a rhythm and he said, you know what? Competition. The person who wins gets a single produced and a music video. I was the only female in the competition. Me I go against some man, so me can't go sing, but my body good or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I go raw machinery and that look at something there. I just go change over to the war type. And when I went and I won the competition, me and about 11 other contestants, and I won. And I write my own treatment for my music videos. So I wrote the treatment. Like so I'm singing and I'm wanted and whatever. Say no, I gotta be like a man first and done and everything, and then I was gonna change over when I go to Dr. Miami and have the big bottom and the, So it was basically like that. It was a fun set and it was done at my husband's family home. And I didn't have much people to play in the video, but some unexpected persons came from person I used to work with about 4 years ago, came along. His cousin played the persons who I had to murder. His girl cousins played the two sidekicks, It was this, and my sister, she did my makeup. My little sister did my makeup. Yeah, my little sister ran the
Good job. That it looked pretty realistic.
She did everything. Yeah, and she did the makeup for the male as well that was murdered. Yes. So basically it was and it was a bad timing for that song as well. Because after I won the competition, we started to plan the music video. They murdered my brother.
Get out.
And the week that I had to do the video shoot, I was more on the side not to do it than to do it because that was a week after they killed my brother. So I was thinking about no gun, no promoting, no promoting, no gun. It wasn't per se. I didn't just get my right a gun. It was a competition. But somebody said to me, baby girl, I know you're strong, and I know that when you get big and you're out there are gonna be worse things happening to you, and you have to carry on. You're gonna be going on the stage, and you're gonna get bad news that something bad happens to somebody. Let me bind it up what you're just saying, something bad's gonna happen to somebody or something that you love, and you have to go on that show because the persons are out there waiting on you. So you have to go there and do what you have to do. And I was going to push the video shoot, but you know what? I told my sister and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do the video shoot. And I went. And you know, if you look in the video, you see that my eyes are basically swollen, but makeup kind of fixed it. And I went out there and I did what I had to do. Did that video shoot, and that video shoot is getting a good little play around. I know I lack radio play and stuff, but I'm working on everything. Yeah. I'm releasing, I'm recording, I record almost every 3 days because of the distance of the studio. But I record 2 songs, 3 songs when I go one time I record 3 songs. And with Escope and the Magic and the song that I never know I had, I'm doing a lot. I have a new single coming out. It's called Striptease with a young artist from New York. It's called Adonis. And I have a song being released on Reggae Selector UK. It's called Brown Thing. And I have a new song now being released April 23rd. It's called Temporary. That's basically a crossover for TNT Warning production. And on my side now, I'm going to release my children's song. It was a little bit like, but I'm sent some of me can't pay the rent. Always a complaint to the youth, she stress. Big man, she a take and she no 14 yet. Man, I give her money, say mama no, and not take. How is that different from selling your child? She a take big man think to see you smile. Ease off your burden, tired to see you cry, you ever ask a thing. Oh, you mash up our life. So them yard like love, them think they are street. First man give them a thought, then give him a piece. They're in a guide the youth, then go start beat. Couldn't don't make them afraid to speak. But take a minute to listen to the children. Listen to their problems. Save them from harming themselves. Listen. You know,
powerful words.
Yeah, man. So that one is coming out for Children's Month. And there are a couple of things that are out there that I want people to check out, like Escape. And I escaped. I escaped being abused by my son's dad. A couple of years well. And how to say, I'm a better person now. And we have nothing against each other. We're good. But I know my worth. The wrong way. But I learned the hard way. But I know my word. And that one is called Escape. And you know, I'm for the women. So I'm out there telling them things like, you want to cheat on me, but you don't want, but you want me to
can't take it back.
Sir, look here, Uncommitted. So check out Uncommitted as well. It's out there. That's on my label as well. So Escape is on the MBR label. And Zero
MBR Mineral Boss.
Yeah, Mineral Boss.
Hey, Tawana.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love her.
So, you know, I have a number of work coming out. I'm now defending the women. Right now, me and Esco were doing some things. I got like a sneak peek, you know. What God? Say you want to call me for nigga. When I show you put up for me in my nigga, tell me about house and carry show my dollar figure. In a real life, nothing not going for you either. So what? You power with the start him. So when you say, but I know your problem. Hey boy, me and let you cause you way too dirty. Now see you with no boy, just doing money. Hey boy, your money and your car and your eyes. Can't buy the girl and I'm too nice. Your clothes on your own like your iPad. I can't make me run the body as you like now. You know? Run things, all that stuff. But I'm actually being the voice for the ladies. Helping the voice, the ladies.
I mean, being the voice for the ladies right now is exactly what our Jamaican society needs. I saw how you got emotional when you were speaking about escape. Unfortunately, we see what's happening around us. We see that not many of our women are getting the chance to escape.
Yes.
There's a woman out there right now that's being abused. There's a woman out there right now who is on the fence trying to figure out, should I stay he might change, or should I leave because he's not going to change? What are your views on that, and what would you say to those ladies?
My views or my advice to the ladies out there, it's not easy. Let me say that first, because people on the outside are gonna say, go on, Malika, go on, Ray. It's not that easy.
It's not easy.
When you believe that you can change somebody, let me explain to you that you can change somebody who don't want to be changed. And you have to love yourself first, because if you don't love you, nobody will love you. And even though you stumble, it's never too late to realize those red flags and step out. I'm going to do something for you. And I don't have to what I want to do it. You know, while they're speaking on that topic, we wrote something yesterday, just yesterday. And you're going to be the first person outside of my husband and my sister and escort to listen to this. And this, because I did escape, because I escaped. But there's so many women out there who have not escaped. And I wrote something on that. I'm going to let you hear that before we move any further. So we can, before we change the topic. Let me just, sometimes there's a friend out there, you know. Sometimes there's a sister and we want to help, but we think we can't help. If you can intervene, intervene. It's not your choice, but if you can intervene, intervene. You hear the rhythm?
Yeah.
You might see a smile, perfect picture, even though deep down inside, she's so far to model her favorite plenty cover. Now make you feel how she bruised and battered. She's gotten so good, she's feeling it, so numb. She can't feel the lips, yeah. That's why she don't speak of it. It's a secret, such a hiding. Reflecting me, see how much it changed from she get with him at first. It seemed like nothing. She says she checked for him, but slowly over time she hyper vigilant. It's up in a dark corner at every event, and the little things may get realized. Introvert behavior start to normalize, and most times when we talk, me hear the agony. But she says she love the man, cause you must spend money. You might see a smile, perfect picture, even though deep down inside she's so far. She model her favorite fancy cover. Now make you see how she bruised and battered. She's gotten so good, concealing it, so numb. She can't feel the lips, yeah. That's why she don't speak of it. It's a secret, such a hiding. To them you see your sister post, can't believe your man. Your mother feels said big that's a memory live on. Me ring your phone and send a text and now answer my call. So me stop by my need for no one. Pull up by your gate, me see the yellow tape. Witness said them see your man speed up and escape. Authorities still there, I try determine who to blame. I fast and see your body back to live with your name. You might see your smile, perfect picture, even though deep down inside she's so far. Na 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 na. Yes, so
Suspense. I didn't know you come here to do all of this to me today. Now, come. I didn't know.
So we're gonna be doing that song tomorrow. So yeah. So
oh my God, I couldn't contain myself.
On that, when I spoke when I spoke out after I escaped. So I'm telling young ladies not to be silent. Speak up. I know that many times you're embarrassed and you think that he's gonna change, or he promised you to give you his last name or give you everything. If that man love you, he won't beat you, he won't abuse you. He won't talk down on it. If he even talk down, can you know more meat? If he even talk down on you, trust me, he'll be man enough to sincerely apologize and show you, prove to you that he loves you. Not pretend. We have to be wise enough to keep our eyes open when somebody loves us. It's okay not to be loved by this said person, but somebody's out there for you. If it's not that person, it's okay, darling. You can move on. And it's okay to be single as well.
Right.
And
take time to know yourself.
Yes. I'm happy to be married. One of the lucky ones, one of the blessed ones. But if you're single the right person might come. And some people don't need anybody at all. Sometimes you need to find your strength. Like, no, my husband came along the wrong time, but the right time. He came along when I found myself and when I know my worth. So anything that he does, it's kind of hard for him. It's challenging for him because if there's something where I go to already, I'm quick to say bye. You know, you have to find yourself.
I was listening to the words from the song, and the part that caught me the most is when you speak of it being a perfect picture, because there's so much that's happening behind closed doors, but the minute you step outside, you put on the prettiest smile, and you're all dressed
the
up.
Best brand, because sometimes, you know, him say man buy the biggest brand for you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but the brand like the nothing around, you know, cover the bruise with their makeup, you know. But baby girl, look here. No, I can say. I'd rather say this dirty man is abusing me than cover for him. Because in today's age and time, we're losing so many young girls and ladies to domestic abuse. It is sickening. I'm tired. We need to speak up. Sometimes we don't have anywhere else to go, or we choose not to go where, because I chose not to leave in my situation because I'm from the country area. So I wanted to stay in the town area. I never wanted to go back to the country area. But many persons aren't lucky as I am. Step back, go back. I'd rather be home with my family, and my family are there telling me some things I don't want to hear. Now give me no food and a man, now give me food and a beat me.
Right.
And with everything, things get better. If you're in a situation that you can't come out of, go down for New City and pray. Because nobody feel like somebody escape by myself, you know.
Right.
I pray day and night in between everything because I had a couple hard years. I can't explain. I don't even want to go this way. But yeah, if you understand, say, if you never did it before, the time is now. Because I don't know if there's a demon walking around telling the men that, look here, don't investigate another man, just kill her.
Right, because it used to be where you beat her up in the house, and then when you go out in the public, you're smiling and you're the sweetest guy ever. But now it's going to a different place where they're taking the lives of these women as if we don't matter anymore, as if we're just objects that you pick up when you're ready and then you throw away. A lot of times we as women, we feel as if we don't have a choice. I don't work, but he's the one who works. So then if I leave, how am I going to eat? How am I going to wear clothes? How am I going to this? How am I going to that?
And you will be just fine. And you would, if in any case something should happen, you'd be fine. You'd be fine.
It's definitely an emotional time for me right now, especially listening to your song, because I've lived the life in terms of watching my parents. That was my past, and it was something that I saw every single day of my childhood. And my mother escaped. Apart, the two of them being apart, they are the best people ever, but together it wasn't right. So a lot of times when you're in a relationship and you can't see, sometimes that man there is just not for you.
Right. Let me say, my mother, she had 4 of us, and I never grew up with her, be with anybody until I hit 10th grade. She got married. And all the time before, and that's what my mommy said one day, you know what had me escape the right way? What encouraged me? Mommy said to me one day, you are nothing like me. Have you ever saw a man put his hands on me? I said, no, mommy. Then she said, you're nothing like me. And all my life, I've always wanted to be like my mother. My mother took care of us by herself, doing 3 jobs and making sure that we're okay. And when she said to me that I'm nothing like her, I knew that I had to regain my strength. From day one, I'm a very determined person. I go for what I want. I don't know what had me what held me there. I had big women in the community that were my closest friends that used to say, you need to just leave. And, you know, and I always said, I don't want my son growing up without a father like me. But as I said, he's the best father to his child, but not the man for me.
Yes, yes.
Not the man for me.
I am anticipating the release of Escape. I'm anticipating.
Escape is already out. You need to go view Escape. The video is out. The video is also out where we replayed the story. We my husband played the abusive father. My baby, the little young one, he played the child for him, and my big son played the stepson. Come on, girl, go view, man. Escape. Go view Escape, man. The video is out. The song is out. You need to go listen to one. This one now, I wrote yesterday. It's a different one, but Escape is already out.
The one that you just sang. What's the name of that one? What's the name of that one? Oh, no.
Figure out the name yet.
The name as yet. I will definitely go ahead and view Escape. And I'm anticipating the release of this one that you just did that got me so emotional. I'm also looking forward the one for the children. Is that already out or is coming?
No, that one is coming right. That one is coming before the end of April.
That one is definitely needed right now too. You touch a point where you said that we as parents sometimes we don't listen to our children. So then they go out and seek that attention from somewhere else, not knowing that that attention can potentially bring danger.
Yes, most times it brings danger because then they're vulnerable and open to being for people to take advantage of them and for people to use them. And because some of them are not used to being loved at home, I think the love that they're getting outside is love, and it is not love.
Right. Plenty of times they're just sheep. What do you call them? Wolves in sheep clothing. Right. This was definitely a ride for me today, listening to having this conversation with you, Suspense. I was not expecting myself to cry. I really did not expect myself to get so emotional, but there is something about your voice. There's something about your delivery. There's something about how you say your words that I believe there's greater things to come. Maybe some of the things that you don't even see it.
Yes.
You understand? There's greater things to come from you. And I'm so happy that you came and have this conversation with me today.
No problem. I loved it as well. I enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed it. If there's anything that we haven't said as yet and you would like to say it, you can just go ahead and say it right now.
All right. So just want to say look out for the new music and give me a chance to prove myself out of Magnum. I don't want to be known as Suspense Magnum Queen 2017. I don't want to be known as girl who's going to church and run out of church. I want to be seen and heard and accepted for the talent
that you are.
Ladies, be wise and big up Esco, big up HB, big up my personal stylist, big up my sisters who chip in and my cousin who chip in to do my makeup from time to time when I'm not stable.
Yes.
And big up. I wanna big up my husband and the kids, and I wanna big up you and your husband and your kids as well. And thank you for having me. There's not much more to say. Follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Suspense One Queen Vivo. That's my Vivo channel. Suspense One Queen Vivo. And then my official YouTube is Suspense. Suspense Official Music. Suspense Official Music. And on Instagram, it's Suspense Letter D Queen. So you can go ahead and follow me there. And there's lots to come. And I sit humbly and wait for my turn because I'm walking with my own seat. I'm not trying to take anybody's seat. I'm walking with my own seat. I already have my crown. I've been crowned from 1991 from the day I was born. It's not Magnum. It's not no pageant. I've been crowned from the day I was born. I'm a queen. And I'll continue to be a queen, and I'll be standing up for the queens. So blessings to everybody and God bless you all.
You know, before we leave, that's a discussion that my husband and I had before I jumped on this conversation with you. We decided not to ask you any questions at all about Magnum Kings and Queens because you've grown so much since then. Yes, that is a platform that introduced you to Jamaica and the wider Caribbean, but at the same time, you have done so much since then. You know, so we wanted to take it from a standpoint where people can learn more about Suspense and give you the respect that is needed. So once more, thank you so much for coming on. I want to congratulate you on everything that's been happening in your life, positive, new music, relationship, marriage going well, big up your kids. You know, just continue being you, continue to work hard, and you will reap the rewards.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Mama, one love. All right. Big up Jason. Right, big up the Jasons.
All right.
All right. One love. Now that you guys have watched another conversation from the Debbion Newman project, it's time for you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Catch you on the next episode.